Hey everyone, today's video has been much requested. Today's video is going to be my skincare routine. So if you're interested, then keep watching. The first part of my skincare routine is pretty simple and should be everybody's number one step. And that would be to remove your makeup. For eye makeup, I normally use my Sonia Kashuk eye makeup remover. But if I am out of that, then I normally just grab my Neutrogena eye makeup remover. And that is what I use to remove my eye makeup. To remove my face makeup, I just use my Neutrogena wipes. I've tried several different wipes and I just always keep going back to Neutrogena. So that is what I use to remove the rest of my face makeup. To start my skincare cleansing routine, I do in fact use my Clarisonic, but I don't like to use it right off the bat because I feel that I'm just sometimes just pushing the makeup around my face and I'm not actually cleansing it. So I don't like to do that. So the first thing that I use is I normally use some kind of abrasive exfoliant scrub, and for that I use the oil-free acne wash, the pink grapefruit foaming scrub by Neutrogena, which smells amazing. I am almost out of mine, so I need to go and repurchase more. But anyhow, I just take some water and splash it on my face and, use my hands and my fingers to gently exfoliate and get rid of any extra makeup that I have left over from using my makeup wipes. The next step in my skincare routine is I do go ahead and use my Clarisonic, and I do use a very similar type of face wash that I used, except that it's not exfoliating. It doesn't have any kind of beads in it. It is a non-abrasive cleanser, and it is the L'Oreal Go 360 Clean, the facial cleanser with the salicylic, the salicylic acne treatment. Both the pink grapefruit and the L'Oreal Go 360 Clean both have 2% salicylic acid in it, so that's just what I use. I then apply that to my Clarisonic, and then I go for the amount of time, whatever it gives me, a minute or so, and just scrub around my face, just like they tell you to do, until it's absolutely clean. Which, let me tell you, the Clarisonic, not only has it helped with the overall appearance and texture of my skin, has totally helped me keep my breakouts at bay. And I don't want to sit there and claim that the Clarisonic helps with breakouts, because it really doesn't. But I'm going to say that, yeah, it kind of does, in the sense that it cleans so well, it doesn't leave any kind of residue behind as far as makeup or whatnot, and it gets the product so deep into my pores and into my skin, which allows the product to work better. And then once my face is clean, the products that I put on after work better because they can get in there. So yeah, it kind of does help with your problematic skin, because it allows the other products that you are applying to it to penetrate more efficiently and work better. So yeah, it kind of does help. Then I pat dry my face and let it sit for a minute. Now, normally if I were going to use a mask, I would do it at this point. And for masks, I like to use two different ones. I like to use a bunch of different masks, but my two favorites are the Boscia Luminizing Black Mask, and I use that sparingly just because it is kind of a pricier item, and I don't always want to have to go and repurchase it. Or I use the Queen Helene, the original Mint Julep Mask, and that is drugstore, and I think I got it for maybe $2 or something like that, and it works very well. It gets very deep into your pores. It's very penetrating. It's more like a mud mask, and it is minty and tingling, and it does have a little bit of menthol in it, which is the minty cooling tingling effect. So if you're afraid of that, then I wouldn't go ahead and get that. But if you're interested in that, or that's something you like, then go ahead, by all means, go ahead and get that. So then at that point is when I would use my mask. I leave my masks on for probably well longer than what they tell me to leave them on for. I don't suggest doing that. I don't have very sensitive skin, so I'm just a little bit more reckless with it, I guess. I don't know, but regardless, I leave it on till it's ready to come off, obviously. Then I just take it off with just, you know, my fingers and some warm water and, you know, maybe a washcloth, and that's that. And I don't use a mask every single night. Maybe lately I've been bad, maybe like once a week nowadays, twice a week. Rarely do I do 3 times a week, just because I don't want to overly dry my skin out. Even though I do have very oily skin, I don't want to completely dry it out, especially with the colder months and the colder weather and, you know, the wind and all the elements hitting it. I just, you know, I don't want to over dry it. So the next step after that, whether or not I did a mask or not, would be the toner. The toner that I use and currently, I don't know, I'm in love with, is the L'Oreal Hydra Fresh toner. And and I don't know why I'm playing with my hands so much. The reason that I use this one is because, for one, it's drugstore, it's cheaper. Hey baby. It's drugstore, it's cheaper, and it's alcohol free. So again, that's not super drying on my face. That's not what I want. I will say though that since I have been using the Clarisonic, like, oh God, the Clarisonic, I honestly can't say enough things about. Since I've been using the Clarisonic, when I do use my toner, and I just put it on like a cotton round and all down my face, I previously would notice some, what are you doing? Previously would notice some makeup, like just using my bare hands, or I had the Olay Pro X cleanser brush, or I would notice some residue after doing my toner coming off on my cotton round. With my Clarisonic, it's just as white as it was when I took it out of, you know, the package. Like, there's nothing left behind, so I know my face is super clean. I use the toner just to kind of slough off any dead skin that might have been missed, just to give my face a completely cleansed palette, so when I put my products and my moisturizer on, that it is for sure going to get in there and do its job. So, in the event that I have a blemish or a pimple or whatever word you like to call it, I use one of 2 products, and I can't really say why I use either or. They both do different things. I guess it's kind of what I'm in the mood for. I guess it kind of depends on the blemish as well. They're both by Claricel, and one is the Vanishing Acne Treatment Cream, and it just is white, and that has benzoyl peroxide in it, which is another, and the other one has like the sulfur and something else in it. I think I put it on, I don't know, in whichever, you know, way I feel. I think I alternate them so my skin doesn't get used to just one, so I feel like it's always working, because it never knows which one I'm going to put on, I guess. One's white, one's tinted, not that it really matters. I'm putting them on at bed. I never put treatment creams on before I'm going to apply any kind of makeup. I don't know, it's just my preference. I don't think the makeup goes on as smoothly or applies as evenly, and I think you can, you know, at least in my opinion, tell that you got something going on there. So that's what I do as far as treatment creams go. Nothing, you know, super crazy. I've tried prescription medications, Retin-A Micro. I've tried that. It just, I don't know, I just wasn't a big fan of it, and it was super expensive. And so, not that I have crazy problematic skin, but, you know, every now and then, because I do have super oily skin, and with stress and, you know, hormones and everything, I do have issues. So those are the 2 that I have found drugstore wise that I really like, and I really think that, you know, work well. Anything is going to work really well. I know they try to sell you on these whole, you know, kits and whatnot, but every acne medication basically has the same percentage of medication in their wash or cream, or, you know, whatever they're trying to sell to you. So just keep that in mind, that you don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to, you know, get crazy outrageous things to get clear skin. I mean, if you have super, super problematic skin, I don't want to say, you know, you be the judge of that based on the appearance of your skin and how frequently you break out, whether or not you need to see a dermatologist or not. So I'll let you decide on that. I don't, you know, want to be giving out advice that, you know, just you make that call. So after I have applied my treatment creams, and I let time between my toner and my creams just about 5 minutes or so, just so I know that everything's absorbed into the skin, I go ahead and do my moisturizer. And the moisturizer that I absolutely love is just the plain old Cetaphil Daily Facial Moisturizer. It has SPF, but whatever, I'm sleeping. I'm not getting any rays from the sun while I'm sleeping. But I like that because it's fragrance free. It's just non-irritating. It is not the most moisturizing facial moisturizer I've ever tried, but for me it just works fine. I don't know, I just think it goes on nice on top of everything else I'm already putting on it. For my morning skincare routine, I basically do similar steps. I use my Clarisonic in the morning as well. I only use the Go 360 Clean by L'Oreal, just because I'm not taking off any other makeup, so I'm not worried about my brush getting dirty or just pushing around products that, you know, around my face. I do use a toner in the morning. Sometimes I just use a toner if I'm pressed for time and I don't have time to wash my face. I do use the toner in the morning. And right before I'm going to put my foundation primer on, the moisturizer that I have been using is the Clean & Clear Finishes Pore Perfecting Moisturizer. It has light diffusers in it. It's supposed to give, it's supposed to give your pores a smaller appearance. So that's what I do before I put on my primer in the morning. That is my skincare routine. Nothing crazy special. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope maybe you found it helpful. And as always, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.